Howdy folks, and welcome to the Hillbilly Kitchen. Today we're making a cheesy potato and smoked sausage skillet meal. Now this is a super easy weeknight dinner. You can have it on the table in 30 minutes. It's one pot, so it's a super easy cleanup. It's budget friendly, very inexpensive, and it's absolutely loaded with flavor. With the smoked sausage and the potatoes and the cheese, the flavors just mesh together really good, and it has some really good textures in it. And what's even better is it's easy cleanup because it's one pan. Before we get started cooking, I want to ask you to take just a minute, subscribe to the channel if you're not, click the notification bell, click the like button, and leave us a comment. Just say howdy so we know you're out there watching. It would mean a lot to me, it would mean a lot to the channel, and it would mean a lot to my family. Thank you so much. Now you've probably already got all the ingredients you need for this in your kitchen. You need some smoked sausage, some potatoes, and some cheese. And there's lots of stuff you can add to it. I'm going to add an onion to mine this evening because I like onion and stuff like this. You could add bell peppers and all kind of stuff. You might want a little salt and pepper in it. You could add some other spices, just whatever you want, because this is a skillet meal, and skillet meals and casseroles are kind of the same thing. They're more ideas than they are recipes, so use them as a guide. If you want to add something else to it, add something else to it. If there's something in it you don't like, substitute it or leave it out. Now we're going to start. You want to preheat your skillet. And anytime you're frying in a skillet, getting it hot before you add the oil or the meat will help keep it from sticking. Now, I'm not going to add any oil to this because this sausage has plenty of fat in it. Most smoked sausage does. I don't think I've ever gotten smoked sausage that doesn't have fat in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry everything in the grease out of the smoked sausage. And I'm going to just layer this. I'm going to put my sausage in, and then I'm going to put my potatoes on top of it, and then I'm going to put my onions on top of that. And when the grease gets out of the sausage, then I'm going to stir everything up and brown my potatoes. And when it's all cooked, we'll add our cheese. Make sure you wash your potatoes good because you don't want dirt on your taters. Nobody likes dirty taters, and it will make your whole dish taste bad if you don't. I know most of you folks that have been cooking for a while, you already know that because you made that mistake. But those of you who are new in the kitchen, wash any vegetables that you're going to cook, really. If you don't have smoked sausage, you could use a Polish sausage in this. You could also use hot dogs in this. There's a lot of different things you can use. I mean, it's just a basic skillet meal. We're going to cook this on about medium heat too. I know lots of folks will ask what temperature I'm cooking it on. But it kind of depends on your stove. You want the pan hot enough to sizzle, like you hear it sizzling now. But you don't want it so hot that it burns your sausage and stuff. Once you get your sausages in there, go ahead and add your potatoes. And you can cut your potatoes and your sausages any size you want to. I had about a pound of potatoes and about a pound of sausage. If you're feeding a big crowd, you can certainly do 2 pounds of potatoes with a pound of sausage. I just don't have a lot of folks to feed anymore, so I don't have to stretch it, but I don't think 2 pounds of potatoes would be too much with a pound of sausage. And I probably did 3 or 4 pounds of potatoes with a pound of sausage when my kids were growing up. Okay, now once we got all that in there, we're going to cover this with a lid. And what covering it's going to do, which my lid's not as big as my pan, but I wanted you to be able to see it. I have a cast iron lid that fits this pan perfect, but I wanted the glass one so you can see it cooking. That's going to allow my potatoes to get done while my sausages are browning. So once I take the lid off, all I'll have to do is brown the potatoes a little bit, and that makes it cook quicker. If you like your potatoes kind of crunchy, you might not want to use a lid. What size you cut the potatoes into is entirely up to you. What size you cut your onions, if you use onions or your peppers or whatever you want to put in here. You could add some other vegetables in it too, some corn. I have added green beans to it before. I mean, just whatever you're in the mood for, you can throw in this pot with the potatoes and the sausage. While we're waiting on our cheesy potato and sausage skillet meal to cook, I want to take just a minute to encourage you. Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and of good courage. Fear not, nor be afraid of them. For the Lord thy God, he it is that doth go with thee. He will not fail thee nor forsake thee. Fear not is in the Bible 365 times. That means God gave us a verse that says fear not for every single day of the year. That kind of gives us the idea that maybe he does not want us to be afraid. Because remember, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. And fear not. As long as God is with us, we have nothing to be afraid of, because he will not fail us nor forsake us. I know you can hear that sizzle. There's a lot of grease in that sausage, so there is no need to add more grease. You can add some butter or something like that if you want some extra flavor in it. But like I said, with the smoked sausage and the cheese and the potatoes, and especially if you add onions and peppers to it, it's going to have plenty of flavor. And you can see all the steam on the lid. That means our potatoes and our onions are also cooking. And we're going to give this a stir and let other stuff, oh yeah, them sausages are definitely browning. We got to stir it. And now we're going to let everything else start browning. And we'll stir it a couple more times until our potatoes get tender. Now the way this is browning, I'm going to cook mine entirely with the lid on it because I don't want it to burn before it gets done. Now I am going to add a little pepper and probably going to add a little salt. But depending on the sausage that you have in here, you want to be careful with salt because it usually has a fairly high sodium content, and it's hard to take salt out of a dish once you get it in. So you might want to wait until pretty close to the end and taste it and see if you need to add some salt. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some pepper to mine because I like pepper. If you don't have to add any at all. You can just put it on the table and serve it on the table. I've got onions all over my kitchen. Normally I cut my onions much bigger when I put them in stuff like this. I'll maybe quarter them and then slice it. I don't know why I diced them so small in this. I guess I wanted to clean them up off the countertop. I don't know, that's maybe a quarter teaspoon of pepper to a half teaspoon. It's to taste. And then put the lid back on and let it cook for a while longer. You want to stir this about every 5 minutes or so to keep it from burning. Make sure your sausage has enough grease in it. If it doesn't, you can add a little butter or a little oil of some kind to it. This is one of those kind of struggle foods that got folks through some pretty hard times, and it's delicious. This kind of skillet meal has been around for forever. Since the Depression, probably longer. I don't know how old smoked sausages are, but I think they're pretty old. We could research that. Maybe if somebody knows, you can leave a comment. And also in the comments, leave things that you like to add in to smoked sausage skillet meals. Because like I said, there's lots of stuff you can add into it. And you don't have to put the cheese on it. Lots of folks don't like cheese. They just like it like this. And leave what you like to eat this with in the comments. It's really good with maybe some fresh tomatoes and cucumbers out of the garden. You could serve a little fruit salad or something with it, or just a little salad with it, a little garden salad. But leave in the comments what you like to eat with it and what you like to add to it. And maybe give folks some other ideas for some super quick weeknight dinners. Okay, our skillet meal has been cooking for about 20 minutes now. It takes about 10 minutes to prep this and about 20 minutes to cook it. Now, it will depend on how big you cut your potatoes up and stuff like that, exactly how long it takes to cook. And also how brown you want everything, how well done you want everything. But about 20 minutes to cook it. When it's as brown as you want it, when the vegetables are as tender as you want them, just sprinkle your cheese on the top and let it melt. Now it'll take just a minute or two for it to melt, and then once it melts, you are ready to serve it. And I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and cut the heat off on this and let it sit there. I'll let it cook a minute. Let it get brown on the bottom. That little bit of brown on the bottom is really, really good. I like that. But let it sit there for just a couple minutes while your cheese melts, and then you're ready to serve it. Lots of folks like to put a little sour cream on the top of it, especially if you put peppers in it. Sour cream's really good on the top of it. And I've also seen lots and lots and lots of folks eat ketchup with it. I mean, it's sausages and fried potatoes and stuff, and lots of people like ketchup on that. You can fix this for breakfast, and you can have it just like this, or you can break a few eggs on top of it and put your lid back on it and let the eggs cook. And then when you dip it out, have an egg with a runny yolk on each serving. So it's a good breakfast dish, and it just takes a minute longer. You just put the lid on and let the eggs cook like you're letting the cheese melt. Hang on to this one because it is a good one. It's really fast, and like I said, the flavor is just unreal because you've got all of the smoky flavor from the sausage and the fried potatoes in there, and then you add the cheese on the top, and that's just kind of tops it off good. And if you add an onion in or something else, you know, it makes it even better. But that's it. It's done. 30 minutes, one pan. It's not going to break the bank. I think I got that sausage for $2 a pound. Smoked sausage has a pretty long, not really shelf life, but I guess shelf life. You have to keep it in the refrigerator, but it lasts for a pretty long time, and so do hot dogs. So you can buy stuff like that when it's on sale, and then you have it when you need it for a quick meal. Yep, it definitely got brown on the bottom. All right, there we go. Loosen it up. I mean, that just looks so good. And the cheese in it. Said just a piece of bread or something is all you really need. Some fresh fruit kind of rounds it out, or some garden vegetables or something. But that's it. 30 minutes and dinner's done. Almost no cleanup. Thank you so very, very much for joining us in the Hillbilly Kitchen. If you haven't already, please click like and subscribe before you leave. Share all of our videos with your friends. Fear not. And until next time, remember to put God first.